Good morning, welcome back. We are on our next trail and we are at the Oakland Nature Preserve in Oakland, Florida. And today we're going to do the Red Trail. Let's go hiking. I'm really happy that you're with me this morning on the next trail. We're always trying to find a new trail or a new trek, either something short that we can do in the evening time or something that we can plan for logistically and do a longer trail, several miles, either a hike through and out and back, a loop. Any trail is a good trail. And just being out here this morning, it's just a little bit after 7 a.m. So the sun is just coming up in Central Florida. You can hear some traffic in the background as people are waking up. However, we're far enough away in nature. We're going to hike this Red Trail at the Oakland Nature Preserve. So to access the Red Trail, you start in the parking lot of the Nature Preserve, and then you're going to take a short access hike down the Blue Trail. And then we continue on to the Red Trail. So this is an easy hike. And we are, again, glad you're here to explore the outdoors and the benefits of hiking. It is the month of May, which is Mental Health Awareness Month. So we talk about a lot of different mental health topics as well, and the benefits of being in nature, being outdoors, and there's just so many. I mean, just getting up early in the morning and getting your day started. Preparing for a short hike, long hike, a day in any park, from a national park to a state park, county park, whatever it may be. Just feels invigorating. And very exciting. The night before, some of the planning, put into these hikes and the travel and just understanding what video we want to capture. It's absolutely enjoyed. I'm glad that you're here today with me exploring. So again, today we are hiking the Red Trail at the Oakland Nature Preserve. It's an early morning hike. We're going to start the day off right. I am wearing my Osprey backpack this morning, filled with essentials, because you never know what you're going to need. My Stratus 24-liter Osprey is extremely comfortable. I've been wearing it recently, and has an airflow design, so it keeps the pack away from my back. So, of course, you're going to sweat because you're moving and you're hiking and you're exercising. And this pack actually, very impressed that it allows that airflow, so it keeps it a little cooler. So many pockets. Put my compass in. I have my Silva global compass that I carry with me all the time. Never know we're going to need it. The phone app. Want to stop working, then at least you got something to back up here. So we're going to continue on the loop portion of the Red Trail. It's just so beautiful out here. This morning the sun is just coming over the trees. Still hear the crickets. Now there's a little bit of elevation to this trail as we're going uphill a little bit. I will tell you what's helpful is I have my Trekology trekking poles, hiking poles, and I'll put them out here to show you real quick. Oh, the air woodpecker. Yeah, there he is in the tree. These poles are, they come in handy with these elevations for these short hikes or long hikes. And they have a cork handle here, which helps with the grip, but also just helps with comfort as well. A little softer. And it has the loops that go around your wrists for more support. And these are collapsible, so they are able to break down and fit inside my pack or outside or wherever I may have it. But these are phenomenal and essential. I consider essential. Again, the Trekology trekking poles. And again, there's so many different variations of them. So you pick one that is going to fit your needs. Even though it's early morning and the sun is just coming up, I still wear my faithful Tilly hat, and it's the Airflow. I have a couple versions of this hat. I'm just so impressed with it. You can fold it up, roll it up, travel with it. But I've also been in some very windy situations with it as well. And it has a chin strap, per se, which allows the hat to stay on in some pretty good winds. They're on the trail or walking in between two cruise ships or just walking in the parks or whatever it may be. A little gust of wind can just blow the hat right off your head. With that chin strap, it stays exactly where it should. But definitely check out the different versions of the Tilly hats. You might find one that you like, but that's definitely essential, especially in the afternoon hikes where the sun is just brutal. And this hat does float. It has a little piece of foam in the top of it that allows it to float. I haven't put that to the test yet. It has been wet, but it hasn't been floating per se. It is washable. Just throw it in the washer, and I put it on the gentle cycle and pull it out and stretch it back to its shape over my knee, and then lace it back up and keep going. Definitely essential for me. Also, never hike without water. Water is very essential anytime, especially hiking. You're out in the elements, and I've always been taught, told, whatever you may choose to be informed, but to drink plenty of water, and then drink water before you're thirsty and your mouth gets dry. So I carry a Yeti. I fill it with some ice and then top it off with some water, and I'm good to go. And if I have to refill it, sometimes there's refilling stations. I know a couple local parks, they have some filling stations for filtered water for bottles, so I really appreciate that from the parks. I also carry a Saber red bear spray, because you never know what you're going to run into in wild Florida, per se. We will be posting a video, or at least portraying one of the hikes we did recently in National Park, and it potentially was our first bear encounter for the season. Everything turned out well. Everybody's safe. The bear's safe. We were hiking with the family and our family dog, because the dog is able to be on the trails over at the Canaveral National Seashore, which is in New Smyrna Beach and Titusville, Florida. So it's a huge park, and we'll be showing more videos from there as well. So check those out. But I was sure glad to have my bear spray. I mean, it was comfort, and it, like I said, it was there if I needed it. But I think we were on a trail, and probably the first one on the trail that morning, and we may have just spooked the bear, and it spooked us a little bit, but we definitely gave it room, and we didn't see the bear full on, but we definitely heard the commotion as it scrambled through the thicket. The nature. We caught a couple glimpses of some possible black-brown bear fur. So very exciting. Everybody reacts differently to the situations, but you just want to remain calm. And you just remember, hey, this is their environment as well too, and you're in their environment. So just any wildlife encounters, just take it easy, relax, and my thoughts are, you never want to really provoke any of these animals, because again, maybe the first time ever seeing a human, or they may see humans all the time. It just depends, but they also can react differently as well. So we are looping around this trail. We're going to be getting in the sun right now. So the sun is just rising. It's up a little bit, but it's going to be in our face, which feels beautiful. Get that vitamin D, right? That's why we're out in nature, and we can feel that the sandy soil, grass, softness under our feet, as well as that warmth of that sun right there on our face. Such a happy feeling, pleasant feeling. During May, like I said before, is Mental Health Awareness Month. There's a lot of people that you may know, you may even experience yourself, anxiety, depression, PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. You may have sleep issues. There's just so many different types of mental health disorders and symptoms, and signs that just show up, and it is just something that we have to identify, educate others and ourselves, and manage. You know, some folks take medications to help, prescribed by a doctor, medical doctor, psychiatrist, etc. And some folks seek other means, such as a holistic approach. And friends, we are in the middle of one of those holistic approaches. We are out in nature. We are up in the morning, early morning, starting our day fresh, getting exercise. A lot of times I think about it as, it doesn't matter really what's happening in your life. And there's some life and death situations. However, stress can come from every angle in our lives, and talking about it, talking about stress, talking about burnout, and we'll talk more about those on the next trails that we find as well. Because I really think understanding stress, understanding what to do with it, can definitely help you manage any symptoms that may show up. Or if you're caring for somebody that has a mental illness, mental disorder, it could be challenging, very challenging. And we always think that we have our own problems, and then we got to deal with somebody else. Well, guess what? Welcome to life, right? It's going to be okay. I'm going to figure it out. If you didn't get to it today, there's always tomorrow. And one of the mental health aspects that I believe, if you get it right, it just helps everything balance out. It helps you feel that genuine self. It gives you the energy. It inspires you to find that internal motivation. It's getting good sleep. A lot of times we don't get as good sleep as we want. The quality of sleep, the quantity of sleep. And I think we talk a little bit about that. My background is in mental health, sleep medicine, behavioral sleep medicine. And it just opened my eyes to a lot of things, even for myself and my family and friends, and colleagues, just to understand sleep and how we can improve it. There's a lot of organizations out there, the American Academy of Sleep Medicine. There's the Behavioral Sleep Medicine Society, National Sleep Foundation, a lot of different resources out there to help understand sleep. And when you understand how much sleep you need, because everybody's different. When I ask somebody, how much sleep do you need? Well, I need 8 hours. Well, maybe not. Maybe you need 6 and you can function just as well with somebody with 8. Somebody says, well, I need 10. I need 10 hours of sleep. If I don't get 10, I feel like this, or I feel like that, or I just don't feel motivated. Well, again, some people that get 10 get too much sleep. 10 hours, that is. So you got to find it's called sleep efficiency. So how efficient is your sleep? A lot of times we try to force ourselves to sleep, and sometimes it doesn't work as well. We sit there and stare at the ceiling or count sheep, per se. What happens when you get to 1,150 sheep and you're still awake? We'll talk more about that as we go on next to trails. I definitely want to encourage you to try a few things right off the bat. And one of the sleep hygiene type of techniques, methods per se, would be to don't even get in bed or wherever you're sleeping unless you are sleepy and you feel that you can get in bed and put your head on a pillow or whatever it may be, backpack, rain jacket, balled up in a dry sack, whatever. Unless you feel that you can lay down and fall asleep within 15 to 20 minutes, don't even try. Because guess what shows up? The mind shows up. Thinking shows up, and your mind just starts racing. A lot of folks say, yeah, it's me. My mind races. I just won't shut off. Well, it's doing what it's supposed to do. Sometimes our mind is our best friend, and sometimes it's our worst enemy, because it starts to think about things during the day and stress, anxiety, and we start reliving the situations of the day, and sometimes it becomes more and more stressful. Then you get all worked up, heart rate's going, your mood changes, and that's the last thing you want when you're trying to fall asleep. So again, don't even get in bed unless you feel, and be honest with yourself, that you can fall asleep within 15 to 20 minutes. And guess what? Sorry to say this, but stop using the phone or the TV or any of these devices that we use every single day at least an hour before you get in bed, when you think you're going to fall asleep in 15 to 20 minutes. Do you sleep with the TV on? Well, there's some research out there that definitely points towards that TV being a factor in not getting that deep sleep that we need. A good deep REM sleep, rapid eye movement, where we're going to be dreaming. When's the last time you had a dream that you remember, that you woke up from and said, that was a good dream? What is dreaming? And we'll get into that on the next trail as well. But just a few things, a few factors. There's so many, and we'll get into those deeper as we do some longer hikes. So I think it's very important to understand sleep, understand what you need, understand bedtimes and rise times. Everything just comes together. We're almost back to where we started here. You can see we keep going forward there. That is the yellow trailhead. So we're gonna plan that as a next hike as well. So we're gonna go to the left here, and I know by my trail marker right here you can see that we are still on the trail, and then we're moving towards the yellow trail, because there's two trailheads on this end that you can access from the red trail. So let's keep walking and enjoy the red trail. I see in front of me there's a few cardinals floating from tree to tree. beautiful birds. There's so many birds in the Oakland Nature Preserve. And make sure you check out the boardwalk to Lake Apopka video. That is a beautiful hike as well. So many different hikes at the Oakland Nature Preserve. I really am glad you're here with me today exploring as we talk about hiking, we talk about trekking. I'm smiling right now because I love it. I love it, and I love bringing it to you. There's another trail marker right here showing us here's that other trailhead for the yellow trail, and then we're still on the red trail, so we're gonna keep going in this direction, and eventually we will end up at the red trail trailhead and access to the blue trail. And I hope you enjoyed this experience, and the benefits of hiking on mental health are just absolutely tremendous. So thank you for being with me today and hiking, exploring, and I will see you on the next trail.